Hello everyone, today I want to share with you some interesting information about the Su-25 Frogfoot attack aircraft, or rather attack military aircraft. I will tell you about when this plane was created, the history of its creation, the strengths and weaknesses of its use. Let's start talking about this plane. We can't forget to briefly mention the Il-2 ground attack plane, the legend of the USSR. This plane served as a guard for the USSR ground troops in World War II, and in doing so, it destroyed the German soldiers and infantry. That's why the USSR loved these planes. That's why these planes were used in the war fields with different modernizations until the 1950s, only after the 1950s. The era of jet-powered military planes began. The need for high-flying aircraft began to disappear, and for this reason, in 1968, he began work on a new generation of attack aircraft, which was a continuation of the Sturmovik. In 1969, the official began a project for a new generation of ground attack aircraft. It would be resistant to anti-aircraft weapons, it would open its doors to the USSR troops, it had the task of supporting the ground troops. And this proposal was officially accepted in 1971, but the work was not done quickly. The first reason for the Sukhoi company, the main aircraft under development is Su-24 Bombardement Harbi aircraft, therefore, all resources were devoted to it. And many things were changed during the creation of the aircraft. At that time, the USSR aircraft were used in the Arab-Israeli War and the Vietnam War, and naturally, there were changes related to the experiences gained from the war, or useful information to add was coming. For example, Su-25 Frogfoot cabin part is called titanium armor, because it is made of titanium, and serious changes were made to the aerodynamic part of the aircraft. That is, to slow down the aircraft and change the direction of movement instantly when air defense weapons are activated. Additions have been made. Despite all the additions, the prototype aircraft was launched on February 22, 1975. After the 1975 prototype flight, work on the project continued. By 1980, 2 prototypes of the project were ready for serial production. But production would not begin, because at that time the USSR troops were fighting in Afghanistan. By this time the name of the prototype was Su-25 Frogfoot. It was decided to carry out a test mission of these 2 copies in Afghanistan. These 2 copies were used in the 50-day war in Afghanistan. More than 100 targets were hit. The results of these actions were sent to the Kremlin. The Kremlin, satisfied with these hits, decided to mass-produce these planes. Since 1981, it has been used in the armed forces of the USSR. 1981 has been used in many wars to this day and gained its first experience in Afghanistan. At the beginning, Afghan air defense weapons could not penetrate Su-25 Frogfoot from the titanium part of the cabin, but after the Afghan fighters started getting Stinger H.M weapons, it became difficult. USSR lost 23 Su-25 Frogfoot aircraft in Afghanistan, but one of them was shot down by Pakistan. One Su-25 Frogfoot aircraft was shot down by Pakistani F-16 because it crossed the border. Su-25 Frogfoot is not only in Afghanistan war but it also participated in the Iran-Iraq war, but it did not give much benefit to Saddam. Now it is being used on the front line in the Ukrainian-Russian war, as you can understand. It is still in active use and the strengthening work is also going on. During these 40 years, various versions of this aircraft have been made. The modernization package called Su-39 was made and it was used in the Russian Navy, and that's it currently. These aircraft are being manufactured and modernized at the GSC factories in Georgia. As a result of this modernization, serious electronic changes were made to the Su-25 Frogfoots. To date, about 1,300 units have been produced. We'll see, and will it continue? Now if you want, we will talk about its technical characteristics. This aircraft is piloted by a single pilot only. Training versions 2-seater. This aircraft 15.53 m, length 14.36 meters, wingspan 4.8 meters, height Su-25 Frogfoot, normal weight 9,800 kilograms. In the middle of this aircraft are two domestically manufactured V195 turbojet engines. These motors Su-25 Frogfoot can produce a speed of 975 km per hour. In addition, this subsonic aircraft can climb to a vertical height of 7,000 meters. The war destination is 750 kilometers. The standard destination is 1,000 kilometers. 250 rounds of ammunition are ready. In addition, 1 or 2 23 mm machine guns can be added under the wing. Each of these guns can carry 260 rounds of ammunition. Can carry up to 4.5 tons of munitions or payload. Su-25 Frogfoot can also fire air-to-air missiles, but this aircraft has an impressive air-to-ground weapon. Standard heat-detecting, free-falling weapons, and a TV target, can use laser-targeted, heat-seeking missiles, such as vector anti-tank missiles, and is adding other weapons due to ongoing modernization. Su-25 Frogfoot's cabin is covered with highly tempered titanium. As you know, the USSR or Russia has a problem with titanium. And in addition, titanium was used sparingly in the tank and engine part of the aircraft. Su-25 Frogfoot is a very durable aircraft. Even with a heavy bombardment, even if one engine is hit, it can safely return to the base with another engine. The reason is that it is used in the heat of battle. And if its Western competitor, the A-10 Thunderbolt, is used like the Su-25 Frogfoot, maybe it will lose more than that, who knows, as we said about the A-10. Let's compare them. The East has Su-25 Frogfoot and the West has the American A-10 Thunderbolt, both of which are the latest armored attack aircraft in the world at the moment. Always compared, Su-25 Frogfoot is a slightly smaller and more agile aircraft than A-10. There is a difference in speed, and A-10 aircraft is an expensive aircraft to maintain and keep active. Su-25 Frogfoot is an agile, low-cost aircraft with low maintenance problems, but it also has weaknesses compared to the Su-25 Frogfoot. The A-10 Thunderbolt motors are located on the back, which means that it is one of the defense advantages of the Su-25 Frogfoot from the bullets of the defense systems. In addition, the firepower of the A-10 Thunderbolt is much higher than that of the Su-25 Frogfoot. But the A-10 Thunderbolt is much better, i.e. Su-25 Frogfoot has a cannon mounted on it, and in the A-10, a large cannon is mounted on the aircraft. And this cannon is much stronger, the damage is not great, and there are up to 1,800 ready-to-fire ammunition, and the A-10 is always a new technological upgrade. and is gaining new capabilities and is also a very modern aircraft electronically. That's why I'll finish my video this time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and write your comments on the video, or if you want to get information about other military weapons. If you have suggestions on which military equipment, I'll definitely try to make an interesting video. I'll finish the video here. I'll try to deliver similar information from here if there are messages. I wish you good health. Pro Naaman channel is with you.